Welcome to Total Fitheads.
Serious fitness for not so serious people.
How's that phone addiction going?
Do you get that thing where it says how many hours a day?
Oh, yeah. It's usually the same every time.
You want to say it at the same time?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 9.
3. What?
What? What do you mean 3?
3 hours a day. I'm mostly on my laptop, so I'm doing phone stuff just with a bigger screen. 9? What do you edit on your phone?
What do you mean 3? 3 doesn't make any sense.
It's like 5:58 usually. Or, I mean, sorry, 2:58 usually.
Great. Now I feel like it's all.
Now I feel like I'm crazy.
Am I way off?
Let's just
Screen
find
time.
out.
Yeah, this is bizarre. Sorry, 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Now the real question is, how many hours am I awake?
Yikes. Well, we do like sleep on this podcast, so.
Yeah, I'm bad. I'm 8.5. I'm real bad.
My phone just crashed.
Sure. How convenient.
Screw you, Apple.
How convenient.
I see it. Yeah, today I'm at hour and a half so far. Daily average 2 hours and 41 minutes. So less than 3 hours. And I still feel bad about that. When it tells me a percentage down, I'm like, all right, good.
Yeah, not great.
8? How is your thumb? I honestly get thumb problems when I'm on my phone too much. 8 hours? You must be superhuman joints.
It's my eyeballs. That's what really doesn't feel great.
Oh, yeah.
Daily average is 95 in the red. I don't know what that means.
Is that the temperature in LA?
Wow. That's the temperature of my brain. Yeah, it's bad. But I edit a lot on my phone.
Do you?
I'm grasping at
so
straws.
hard.
I don't know. I don't really have anything valuable to bring to this, but.
Wow, I feel so much better now. Maybe I'll just use my phone more.
And that's really the key, is if you're ever feeling bad about something, just find someone who does it way worse.
Have Max come in eating a ham sandwich and tell you his number that's more than double yours. We use that as an example. What was that last episode we did, the duo, and you were like, oh, I can't remember, but you were like, yeah, oh, when you had a ringworm. And and your friend got ringworm and was so concerned. And then you're like, yeah, I get it all the time. Pass the mayo.
Forgot about that.
I'm like, that's so good. I just need a schlub around me to make me feel better about myself.
That's right. If you ever feel short, just hang out with a bunch of shorter people. If you ever feel tall, hang out with a bunch of NBA players or whatever. That's easy peasy.
Well, I don't know what a healthy number is.
I think 3 is probably a pretty healthy number. If in fact you're trading, I mean, we've hung out for full days, and you're on your computer a lot.
Yeah.
So I will grain of salt you a little bit.
I've traded
it's
my
really
phone for laptop.
Screen time.
Yeah.
Like if you have an iPad, a lot of people are like, "Oh, my phone is great," and then they have to combine their iPad number with their phone number or whatever.
I don't think that my laptop tells me screen time. Because it's as soon as I wake up until after I eat dinner into the dark night that I have.
I know for a fact that I have a tendency to get a little screeny, for sure.
Screeny.
I know that, like, sometimes at my old house, I would wake up, phone, put the phone down, go to my laptop, get off my laptop, pick up my phone to walk to the bathroom to brush my teeth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Phone's on the thing, playing the thing, video as I'm brushing my teeth. If that phone dies, I plug it in. I get my backup phone, so I'm walking around. You know what I mean? I know I have the tendency to get very screeny. So this is also a nice wake up call for me. Thanks.
Well, and there's times where I'm on my laptop and my phone. So that doubles your time.
Right.
Two screens. Well, or I'll have Netflix on, but I'll pull out my laptop and keep working. So is that 2x?
Sure, why not?
Yikes.
I'll do something. The dumbest thing that I do is I'll be playing an Xbox video game, and I'll be playing chess on my phone as in a boring section of the video game.
Wow.
That's really dumb.
That's not dumb. That's impressive.
That's when I'm like, yeah, but I'm not doing well at either of them. It would be awesome if I was killing both of them. It's like when they play like 9 games of chess at one time, and you're like, wow, that little boy's a genius. That's like checkmate, 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 checkmate. You know what I mean? He just loses 9 games in a row, or at the same time. Yeah, so I've thought about doing a full-on no phone in the woods.
So I'm still having it losing 9 games at once. It's just some average kid who really wanted to get the crap beat out of him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And it's in like the park, and people are gathering around like, who is that little boy? He's brilliant. Is he a genius? Is he a prodigy?
Oh, it's great.
I've thought about going to the woods, play with your phone, and I'm like, I just don't want to. I know that's stupid.
Going in the woods and what?
Like not have your phone, like a phone
detox.
Yeah,
a detox, right?
Like
that's why I brought this up, because we're talking about detoxes.
Like not use your phone, not have service would be like the first step for me, because like I freak out if I don't have service.
The first step is that someone takes it away from you.
Airplane mode. That's already a big
right. No,
shot
I know.
To my knees, you know?
If I'm on an airplane, I have 0 screen time. My phone's worthless. All of my notes are in the cloud. Anything that I could do.
That's why I started doing phone notes, a lot.
They still store in the cloud.
But that's I thought they didn't. That's why I didn't like them.
Yeah.
And now I've figured out that notes on my computer is notes on my phone, is notes on the iPad or whatever. And you can sign in and get them anywhere. It's kind of a pain, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was using Google Drive only for all of my brain notes, scatterbrain notes. You tried to get me into Evernote, which I still can't really endorse because I think it's...
Yeah, it's really buggy, but I'm stuck with it. Like my brain. I'm too far in. I can't escape now.
I wish I could get iOS 13 on this stupid thing.
Yeah.
But that's why I do like notes on my phone now, because I always have my phone.
It
so it keeps it. Yeah. Okay. I always have them on my phone. And then if I'm on my laptop, notes is the same thing. And so it does have that sort of cloud functionality if I wanted. And they back up in that way also. So if I
can you share it to other people? Because we share notes for total fit heads.
You definitely can. And you get a notification when they edit it.
Oh, nice.
So like me and Brittany have a grocery store.
And you're like, wait a minute, why did you delete chips?
Right? And then I put on chips, just to like show her who's boss.
Did you type it out completely, or did you copy paste?
No, you like have to sprinkle them in between the long list, so it doesn't, they're like hidden.
So she gets chips and then gets over to the carrots and there's more chips.
She's like, oh my god, I forgot the chips. And then hopefully, knock on wood, she doesn't get it until she gets home. She's like, why do I have 9 chips here? And I'm like, I don't know. Check the list.
Just writing TikToks on our podcast via audio. Oh man, we gotta make that chess one too. It's so good.
Oh, you like that one?
Make the chess kid. We gotta hire a child to be in my sketch. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll just we're in LA. I'm sure we can find either child actors or like very, very terrible parents of potential child actors.
But the child actor is actually a chess prodigy, so now he's really got to act.
Wait. So I lose these games, or how do you want me to do that?
That's gonna cost double. Okay, so to detox, you would have to have the Wi-Fi taken away from you.
I feel like that'd be like the first step.
Yeah.
Because I watch a ton of content. That's first and foremost. And I think that's a big chunk. TikTok or Instagram or whatever.
Did you get the new Instagram update? My Instagram looks like TikTok now.
I don't update anything on this phone anymore because I have so many drafts that.
So you still have Vine?
I had Vine for a long time. I had Musical.ly for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, but I have so many drafts that I don't want to update anything because I'll lose them. Like I do TikToks for the Beard Club, and so I'll film like 30 of them at a time. And I've heard horror stories of people losing 150, 200 drafts.
I thought it was just if you delete, but if you...
I don't know, but I don't want to be screwed because I updated an app that I didn't even want to update. I hate that Instagram. I saw, what's his name? Adam Faisal Mosari, the head of Instagram, Mr. Instagram.
Yeah.
He put out a video that's like, all right, so we got a new video format. Everything's gonna be reels. It's gonna be perfect. There's all this thing. You can do this, and all the comments, 100% of the comments on the main Instagram feed were like, please just be pictures. Please be Instagram again. Please go back to just being Instagram. Please stop trying to be TikTok.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way. And then scroll indefinitely because it's a dopamine hit and I need to detox.
Yeah. But I don't. So anyway, I watch content. So I know that like when I'm on a plane or I'm in the woods or whatever, I don't have service. That there is that pang of anger, fear, frustration. You know, like guilt.
Self-reflection.
Yeah, it's pathetic. Whatever
feelings in general. Better open Instagram. Wouldn't want to feel something.
You know what's funny I notice is a lot of times when people are sad, they open Instagram.
No, really?
If like something bad happens, they don't know what to do. Their first instinct is to like, just pull out their phone and look at whatever. The reason I know that is I've watched a lot of videos of people, mega sports fans, watching their team lose a terrible game. That's a real bad rabbit hole of YouTube videos.
Wow.
Unbelievably sad, but it is very interesting to watch. A lot of them just like pull out their phone, like the other team scores the game-winning game ending, and the fan will just like, and then like pull out their phone and just like pretend to like scroll or look at something.
Yeah, it's like medicate.
It's like a baby with a binky. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
It's crazy.
Well, also Instagram has been proven to make you sadder, so just compound that with photos of people more attractive than you.
It's working.
Oh, there's not photos anymore. It's video.
Video, so people more attractive.
It's vertical video.
Doing pull-ups with a tire between their, or like.
Mateus? See, we keep talking about this guy, so we should say his actual name. I just sent him a video of this guy doing dips with a monster truck tire between his legs. Also, he's on dumbbells that are piled up, so he's like taller than himself on these dumbbells that are balancing. Okay, it's Mateus McKinnon.
So stupid.
His name is Mateus McKinnon. Everyone go look him up. It's not stupid, it's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
And he keeps doing it.
He keeps topping himself.
Yes,
that's
he did
crazy.
It 2 times, and I was like, well, there's nowhere to go from here, sir. Like, you're a one-trick pony. This sucks. I would really like to see more of these, but it's not going to happen. What? Is that an elliptical on your back while you're doing push-ups?
And then, is that a bear riding that elliptical? It's incredible. He just keeps topping it.
Yeah, it's impressive. God, not just the strength, like the balance and like the core stability that it needs to do these insane things.
And the balls to try it.
Yeah.
Because so much can go wrong.
I want to see the
so
outtakes.
fast. Yeah.
We should give more examples. Like he'll do pull-ups, but on a band, so he's bouncing up and down, and then he's holding one barbell and a vacuum.
Right. He does ones where like, so instead of a weight belt, or he'll have a belt, but instead of weights on the weight belt, he'll have like a bike, a training bike, assault bike, and then he'll do a muscle up like that.
I saw him do, I think I probably sent you this. He did a pistol squat holding a bike and some other appliance, balancing on a dumbbell, and he got all of the things that he needed for that trick in a Walmart and did it in Walmart.
He probably got banned from his gym like 9 times.
Yeah, he's gotten banned from TikTok several times. I shot a video where I'm driving and singing at the same time, and they put a warning that doing this was dangerous.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and myself unicycling, not falling, unicycling well. And they put a warning that this is dangerous, trained professional, do not attempt.
Danger. You might lose all your friends if they see you.
You might become socially unattractive. Screw you. I just set you up and you're like, at the park.
Danger. Immediate social outcasts.
Oh, thanks, China.
Yeah.
Okay, so we brought up the phone detox. It's the first thing I think of with detox, actually, because I've been considering doing it. I'm not going to.
Phone detox.
Yeah, only because another collaborator of mine, he goes by Shervin Shares. He has a fitness channel too, and he did it. I think it's one of his most viewed videos where he was like, I did a phone detox.
So what, do you get like a flip phone or?
I think he just didn't.
No phone at all?
Yeah, I don't know. What I guess like.
What if he's being robbed?
Yes, that's what everyone says. I don't know. What did you do in middle school when you?
I joined a wrestling team so I wouldn't get mugged.
What are all the things you had to do when you didn't have a phone? Change a tire, honestly.
I remember driving around, like I was 16, I didn't know where I was going, and I just got my license, and I would print out MapQuest directions to like my most frequent places. So it'd be like my house to my grandma's house, my grandma's house to like the pizza place, pizza place to both my house and the grandma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then whatever.
MapQuest is still pretty technologically advanced. Do you remember we had MapQuest and we'd be like, ha, Grandpa, what are you, opening up a map? You can never fold them again. I got my map online.
I know. You dinosaur.
Are those separate GPS machines?
I had one. I loved her. Karen.
It's still in my phone or in my car.
No way.
Yeah.
I had one and
Karen.
We picked Karen as the name. It looked like one of those old timey TVs, just very small. Or like the old iMac. Was that the computer?
Yeah. Okay.
It looked just like that, and I let my friend.
Like the CRT?
Yeah.
Oh, with the thick back.
Yeah, like a thick triangle back. Yeah. And her name was Karen, and she never did me wrong. She was so great.
But they don't update. You'd have to buy a disc to update, and that was like the later ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved her. I have a picture of her duct taped to my dash because the stand, the suction cup thing, just kept falling, and it would just boom, boom, slam as I'm on the highway trying to figure out which exit to take, and it was a nightmare. But then I just duct taped her to the dash, and it was great. It was perfect.
I wish you still had her. A tiny little CRT television sounds hilarious.
I'll try to find you one on eBay. I mean,
thanks.
I feel like it would really complete the room.
And all the space that I have. Yeah. Can you see my new hire back there?
Might be out of focus. Okay. He's gorgeous.
I got a dog butler. For all of our audio listeners, it's not a real dog or a butler. It's a statue of a dog-like human, or a human-like dog. Human-like dog.
It's a dog. Yeah, it's a human-like dog. It's a dog that's standing like a human.
But he's wearing human clothes, and he has human feet.
He has human shoes. You don't know if he has human feet.
But his dog paws would barely be into the toes if he had human feet. Or if he had human shoes.
You don't know.
If he didn't have human feet. Yeah, whatever.
Did you ask him? What did he say? Nothing? So maybe
nothing. He said absolutely nothing. He's very respectful. He's quiet on the job.
He's on the clock, yeah.
He's also holding a platter so I can put my drinks on him.
I thought you were going to do your keys or a plant or something.
Oh, okay. I want him next to the couch because I could then put my,
That's a good idea.
I guess keys are another, I don't know.
Raphael?
What would make me feel more rich? A butler for my drink?
He brings you a cocktail?
Yeah.
You'd have to start drinking a lot of martinis.
He brings me pre-workout.
In a martini glass.
Oh my god, has anyone ever done that? Pre-workout martini.
Write it down. Where's your pencil?
It's gonna be rich. Put it in the cloud. In your notebook.
Oh, I can't. I'm on a digital detox.
I know. That's what I get worried on a plane because all of my notes are in the cloud. And so even if I come up with something, I'm like, ugh. I'm going to get out my sketchbook, which I do. I fly with my sketchbook and a pencil just in case.
Doesn't Evernote... do you have like an offline Evernote?
Yeah, you can, but you have to pick, and I never know that, I might need to go back to whatever. I don't have them all saved. But yeah, if I do need something on a plane, it'll be like, okay, make sure this one's loaded. Okay, so I probably won't do a week detox. Only because my career depends upon it. I have to post every noon.
That's true.
It's another thing. My phone nags me. At noon, I get an alarm that says post to Instagram and Facebook Reels and Snapchat and YouTube Shorts and what's the other one? There's another one.
TikTok.
TikTok. Forgot the biggest one.
That's the big one. I like setting timers a lot. That's really helpful for me. I feel like we're just like the total opposite of like how to detox. We're like, these are all these great things you can do with your phone.
Yeah, right? Okay, what if for 1 week I'll post for you, so I'm double posting, so it's double screen time, fine, whatever. But then you don't have to do anything.
Wow. So I don't have that excuse.
Yeah. And then for the next week, obviously, you take over my posting.
Right. Or why don't you just schedule your post for a week? And then that week we'll both try to do nothing.
Interesting. Now we have 0 excuses.
I feel like my phone is my biggest dependent now. The thing I'm most dependent on.
Yeah, it's like your Harry Potter magic wand. Again, speaking really highly of phones here, you should be detoxing.
We're trying to detox. Is there anything you're detoxed from or you want to detox from?
Yes, there's something I have.
Stand-up comedy.
Doing it or watching it? Get out.
Puns is a good one.
If I detox on puns, I have 0 personality. That's my entire personality is dropping bad puns. I mean, good puns.
I remember. I mean, bad. Yeah, whatever. Comedy. I remember being around people who were. I don't know if you would call them stand-up comedians. They were like early YouTubers, whatever. But they were comedy people, and everything they said or every interaction I had with them, they would try to plant a pun in or try to make a joke out of.
Max was on the way here. I was already at my studio. I was like, I'm here already. And he said, that's cool. And I'm like, yes, it is, because I have the AC on for you. Is this what you're referencing?
So it's like that, only it's every second of every day of every interaction. Mm-hmm. And I literally would say to them, listen, and I'd turn to the imaginary camera, because we're just in a regular social interaction. I'd be like, there's no camera going. And I'd like Jim from The Office towards nothing. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, so you don't have to make all those incredibly, not cringe, but like groany puns that you're making all the time. Yeah. We can have a real conversation. Nothing. Didn't work. So we're not friends anymore. Long story long, they were like, yeah, no, I'm good. You can take a hike. Kick rocks, Max. I was like, all right. Sorry about that. But anyway.
I never thought about, I have thought about detoxing linguistically.
Yeah.
I try to get rid of likes.
If you watch your own stuff back, if you edit your own videos, if you listen to your own content, people are always horrified by how many ums and ahs and placeholders.
You know who uses placeholders, ums and ahs, though? Obama. And he does it really well. It's almost like he wrote it in there. It's in his speech where he goes, it says like thoughtful and he says, so I believe the state of America, it's fantastic.
That's a pretty good Obama.
Thank you.
I know, it's a weird one.
Well, it made me feel a little better, and I was like, well, if you can do it thoughtfully and stately like that, which I cannot, so I just stopped doing ums.
I realized at my old job I would use it as, I would go in and talk to my boss and sort of go over the day or whatever, the responsibilities, and then we would sort of finish up and I'd go, okay, and it would be a holder while I thought of it. Do I need anything else? Do we need to talk about anything else today?
Time, yeah.
And then I'd be like, but I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Sometimes I would say, oh, and we need to talk about the marina. Or sometimes I would be like, yeah, okay, we're good. And then I would leave, you know?
Yeah.
And now I see it when, I don't know how to put this, like famous people have to do Instagram activations.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ethan Hawke, and I just want to let you guys know that Netflix is putting this thing out. So, yeah, well, that's all right, great, you know. And they do it now, and it's exactly like I used to do it. And I hear, and coming out this Thursday at 8. So yeah, check it out, and you know, and that's it. It's crazy how often I see it.
Yeah, that's infuriating. Oh. Because it's people that are famous but aren't good at what we do.
And they should be terrific at it.
Well, yeah. No, because they don't do it. They do a wholly different thing.
Their skill set is their skill set.
People would think they cross over, and there obviously some crossover, but no, it's very different. I'll notice because Christine's on the phone a lot for work, and so if she's got to look something up on the computer, now you have a silence that you got to sit there through. So she'll do the.
That's like the scanning bar that's loading. You know what I mean? You know?
Let me just look that up. Yeah, here we go. We got it. Like that makes sense.
Amazing.
Because you just want them to know it's awkward. Yeah.
On the other end of the line, I'm sure they're like, yo, that's the sound that I make when I'm looking something up. Or that's what she's doing. She's looking something up.
But like so actively looking something up. There's the same way that when you cross a crosswalk and you go faster, you like really exaggerate it so the person driving knows that you're getting out of their way.
Yeah, you fluff your arms, but your feet are not moving. You know, the speed at which you're crossing is not in no way.
Yeah. You just need an indicator for the other person to be comfortable.
It's a lot of shoulders. Here we go. Okay. Up. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you.
So start doing that in awkward silences.
Yeah.
Oh, how do we get on that? What the? Oh, right. I'm trying to detox from likes.
Vocal.
I still is very heavily used as a placeholder, but also, and so he was like, instead of, and I didn't want to replace that with he said because then you sound insane.
Yeah. It sounds dumb when someone does that. When someone accentuates how many likes are into someone. So then, like, I was like, you guys, like, come on, like, geez, like,
but
it sounds stupid. But in reality, it sounds normal.
We do it all the time. Like, talk. My lawyer does it. I just said it now.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit of a get off my lawn situation. Do you know what I mean by that?
That you're old?
Bingo. You're old and out of touch, and you're like, hey kid, get off my lawn.
But it was a thing when I was a kid. There was 1 billion likes in Clueless.
I know.
Yeah.
Like totally.
But yeah, I consistently now think about how can I say this in the shortest way possible with the least amount of pauses and ums and ahs, and that's a video thing.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. You know what I've found is that people, if I ever am trying to talk to someone, especially if I'm fighting with someone, and I stop and like try to collect my thoughts and like figure out how I want to say this in the best way. Steamroll. And I'm talking like friendship, relationship, professional, anything. They're like, whoa, is something wrong? Hello? Like, what's, like, if you are just silent, because you want to collect your thoughts.
Right.
People freak out.
A common thing people do is repeat themselves too. Well, you're just being dumb. You're just being dumb. This was wrong. This was wrong. You shouldn't have done this. You should have done this. You should have done this. You know, to try and fill that space so you don't have any room. Yeah, I've noticed that.
And I've also noticed that if you point that out, they really don't like that.
No, not helpful.
Like, you should have done this. You should have this. You should have this. And you're like, wait, what should I have done? This? And you're like, oh, well, if you're not listening. You know, it's so.
What's something that you have successfully detoxed?
Cigarettes. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's so impressive. Everyone talks about how addictive it is. I've heard it's worse than a lot of drugs.
Well, yeah, it is. It was hard, but it was one of those ones where I felt it was easy. It was simple. It wasn't easy, but it was simple.
Yeah, stop smoking.
Right. Well, the simplicity is you exercise really, really hard cardiovascular focus or whatever, and you feel your lungs burning. And then the next day you do the same workout and they burn a little bit less.
What about the habit? What about the actual act of doing it and the chemical connection? Really
hard. I ended up eating a lot more, a lot of gum. You know, you replace it with something else. But after a while, you realize I was just sort of doing it to do it. I liked everything else about it except for the actual act of it. I liked
So now you just go
how
stand
cool
by ashtrays.
I looked. I liked
really?
talking to people. Oh, let's go catch a cig real quick. I liked doing it when I was drinking too much because it was a nice break. Oh, I can't drink, I gotta go outside and smoke a cigarette. It was, you give someone one, or you ask for someone.
It's
and
a
you lend them your
social thing.
lighter.
Oh,
it's a social
interesting.
thing. It's a way to talk to somebody. It's a way to get somebody
peace pipe.
away from the thing. Yeah, exactly. Everything about it was awesome, except for the actual smoking of cigarettes was actually
And dying
pretty
early,
gross.
that whole thing.
Not great.
Yeah.
So quitting was difficult but not complicated. And also I again, like, having that idea of doing a really tough, like a sprinty type workout where your lungs are burning, having that hanging over you for the next day, that was really good. Seeing progress, that was really good.
Yeah.
I feel like people who have a hard time with that don't do that other thing that
The hack
I think really
that
helps.
helps you like
It
feel
helps
what
you
you've done
track
to yourself.
it, feel it, having a sense of improvement, incremental improvement.
You should make a video about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never.
Secret to stopping smoking.
Yeah, you just stop. I don't know.
Some schlub comes in with a ham sandwich and a cigarette, and you're like, "Oh, I don't look cool."
I feel like my ham sandwich is getting more and more condiments on it
It's so sloppy.
that are now like spilling onto my chest too, and like ham is sort of flopping out of the bag because I just I threw it together like willy-nilly. I just slapped it and I was like, I'm late for the thing with Allie. Sorry, I'm low. Hey, Spags, what's up, man? How you doing? You look great. You should quit smoking?
Oh my god, I'm dying.
It's like thick cut ham, you know what I mean?
Oh, my good friend Max.
Great guy to have around, Feel great about yourself.
Yep.
So anyway, that was hard, and I also had done it a couple of times. Like, I picked up smoking for 6 to 8 months, and then I would stop for 6 months, and I'd pick it up again, and then I'd stop. So that didn't. I know that sounds really stupid, but it didn't scare me as much. Or I didn't have a string of 15 years straight cold turkey stop. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
B, like, I had understood that you can start and stop and start
You've
and
done
stop
it,
and whatever.
Yeah, every fast I do is a little less scary than the last.
Yeah. Because the first fast, you're like, what do you mean just don't eat? I'll die. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And then once you do it, even for a couple of days, we talked about this before, it's a crazy mental edge.
Mm-hmm.
People be like, oh, I can just not eat. That's fine.
Yeah, just detox from food.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, there's a thing to that because you give your digestion a break, and then, of course, your body has autophagy or whatever if you get far enough.
Yeah, I always wonder
Cells.
about that. Do I need to give my body a break? How much of a break do I need to give him?
Yeah.
Isn't he made to do stuff like this?
That's so cute.
Oh
yeah. He's just made to filter cigarettes and alcohol, obviously.
Right? Like, I understand that. Although it's more of it lines up more with like digestion than like booze, for example. I'm like, well, I mean, my liver's just there, sitting there, not doing anything.
Instead of like making ketones and processing like
Right, he's actually got a lot on his plate. He's like, what? I would appreciate a little vacay, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I've successfully detoxed from sugar.
That sounds nuts.
Well,
Processed sugar, added sugar.
any sugar, not like I didn't even have fruit. So I did 10 days of no sugar. But let me preface this with everyone knew me as the girl with the sweet tooth, like from a kid. I was just, super into sugar, never wanted anything savory. I would just have ice cream every meal if possible. And I read about a sugar detox, and I was like, well, that sucks because I'm just going to be miserable for 10 days, but I'll detox.
Now I'm picturing Ham Sandwich Max being like, hey, yeah, I'll do a Sunday. You good? No, you're off. She's off sugar. I'll take hers.
Ham Sandwich Max! I can't breathe.
That's so stupid.
You got it. Oh, this episode is just me crying.
Off the rails so fast. You shouldn't have brought up Ham Sandwich Max. That was so stupid.
It stuck with me. You didn't even remember it from the last time you made it up.
That's so dumb.
Anyway, I was so into sugar where I would finish dinner and just I would have a couple pieces of a protein bar because I still wanted sugar that much. I'd wake up and it
how
was
old were
like
you?
pancakes. Adult.
Oh.
I say from a child I was known as having a sweet tooth, but like that was I was.
You're a kid.
Yeah, it was very recent. Like since I moved to LA, so within the past 7 years, I did this detox. But the first couple of days, and I no longer craved sugar. That was crazy.
Couple of days?
Yes.
Wow.
There's no way I'd have made it to 10 if it didn't immediately serve me, and it worked because I guess like having just a little bit of the even fruit or whatever, having just a little those 2 bites of a protein bar that I just craved after forcing dinner down was just continuing the cycle of being addicted. And I know, who did we just have on that was like, sugar's not addictive? Beth Bacon was like, sugar's not addictive. Her episode's coming soon, which is awesome, by the way.
So crazy good. She's amazing.
Stay tuned for next week.
Now, when you did,
but she did claim that sugar's not addictive, and I very much was addicted.
Yeah.
And as soon as I cut it out, cold turkey, right? So it wasn't like no fake sweeteners. People say fruit's healthy, but for those 10 days at least.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, zero tasting sweet. And
so what were you eating? Just like eggs?
Normal food. Yeah, right?
Porridge.
Honestly, it's kind of what I eat now because I no longer crave sugar.
That's true.
I couldn't do diet drinks or pre-workout, so black coffee, whatever. I don't think I was even on pre-workout at that point. I had not discovered the magic.
Wow. So at the end of it, when you would have like a bite of an apple or whatever, would you like go crazy?
No, I mean yes, food like the sweet tasted sweeter, but I didn't immediately become addicted. It's now I have it like a normal person. I got rid of my sweet tooth in 10 days. That's crazy to me.
That's really crazy.
Yeah,
and you'd had it your whole life.
Yes, and it without fail I would finish dinner and want dessert, and now I do not have that.
Yeah, it's quick how I've noticed that I do want it. Like I'll have a sweet thing for dessert, a Hershey's Kiss, nothing, and then the next night I'm like, you know what? I need like a Three Musketeers bar. And then the next day I'm like, 2 scoops of ice cream. Yeah, for sure. You know, it definitely, it's a quick pick up and put down kind of.
And I've told this to some friends. My friend Kelsey has tried this, and she did the whole 10 days. Did not have as remarkable results. I mean, she lost 5 pounds in those 10 days, which is insane.
Yeah.
But she does not claim that now she no longer craves sugar. So it might just be special to me. Maybe it takes whatever. Everyone's different.
I think partly though, it's crazy to you that you had this sugar thing your whole life and then suddenly you could just get over it in a couple of days. That to me is the important idea. Maybe Kelsey did it and she just likes sugar, so she's like, all right, that sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go back to it. But it's also the idea of like, you can just stop.
Right.
People think like, oh, I could never do blah, blah, blah. And
I could never stop eating eggs, 4 eggs every night.
Right.
And then I did. And I'm
did.
like, that doesn't even bother me. Eggs kind of smell weird to me now. Is that weird?
Eggs, I waffle between like, I love breakfast burritos and then like, I hate breakfast burritos. It's like the most rancid, disgusting thing I can possibly think of. So I'm on the fence on eggs. Eggs are weird to me. I like them a lot, but I also cannot stand them. So I'm probably not a great person to ask. But I do think they very strong smelling, very strong-ish tasting.
Very Denny's.
Very Denny's.
But yeah, going vegan is another example of it's not really a detox, but showing myself that what I thought was impossible was like, no, you just do something else and you're perfectly fine.
Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah, avocados instead of eggs. What?
And I mean, maybe even extend that. Do it for a day and see if you die.
Right. Well, I always say do it. You have to get past the suck, right? You can't work out for a day because that day is awful. You have to work out until it stops being awful. It was just cool that it only took 2 days to stop being awful.
That's really cool, especially when you've had it your whole.
Yeah.
Even as a little kid.
Yeah, as a little kid. And I like when I was an adult, I would have a thing of ice cream and like just take a couple scoops throughout the day. Like not scoops, like bites throughout the day. That's how much scoops.
That's gross.
I'm no Ham Max. And yeah, it was like the light ice cream. I'm trying to keep my calories down but still crave that sweet taste.
Mm-hmm.
Now to not have to battle that all day is amazing.
That is amazing.
To not have to need a cigarette all day is amazing.
I smell cigarettes and I'm like, ew.
Really?
You know?
Yeah.
Or once in a blue moon, like maybe, I don't remember last time, over a year or 2 years or whatever, but I'll have a half a cigarette. And it is nauseating. I can't even get halfway through a cig.
That's
like
cool.
A couple of puffs and I'm coughing and I'm sick and it's crazy how. But I do know that from those start and stop years, the first one sucks. The second one's a little bit better.
Yeah, you just gotta get over the suck, and then you can really be into cigarettes.
It's the same thing for everything, good and bad, for sure.
Huh. Well, and alcohol is different, right? They say that if you've kicked it cold turkey, being in that environment, even you don't get that immediate.
I also wonder
punishment when you drink.
There's
so
addiction, and then there's like, I just really want that.
Yeah.
You know, like alcohol, I think you can be addicted to chemically, and your changes
Sure.
in your body and your filtration and everything.
And there's so much social to drinking.
Right.
Well, I'm now on the just want that section of a 7-day caffeine detox.
Oh God.
Yes.
How's it going?
Honestly, because we talked about this a little bit with the Jonko podcast. It was awful. It was awful that day. Today is like whatever. I was counting down the days till I could mix a pre-workout. I would wake up and go, okay, we're on 2. We're on 2. 7. And
I'm sorry. What day are you on right now?
6.
6. Oh. So 1 was terrible.
2 was terrible.
On a
3
scale
was
of 1
terrible.
to 10. Give me how terrible on a scale to 1 to 10. Ready? Day 1.
10.
That's what I thought. Day 2.
10.
Day 3.
10.
Oh boy. Day 4.
4.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Day 5.
4.
4. Okay.
I'm on day 6 and it's like a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I woke up like feeling like I slept by the time I got to day 3. No, day 4. Sorry.
You mean like you had a full night's sleep
Yeah.
for the first time
Yes.
ever? That makes sense.
And I didn't hate everyone. I was just so blah, and I hated my job too. What the heck? I do this for a living.
You hate everyone and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but it turns out it wasn't caffeine hiding that. It was that I was in caffeine withdrawal, and I do still like people, some of them, and my job.
But the withdrawal symptoms, did you like read beforehand so you knew
Yeah.
like, what they might be, or
So-
did you?
I read beforehand and said, don't make the mistake of quitting cold turkey. You'll experience bad symptoms. I was
Gotcha.
like, well, that sounds like a boring video if I'm just cutting down
Oh wait,
milligrams.
there's another thing. Unless you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Then punish yourself.
Unless it's for a YouTube video.
There's even... So, I make this chia pudding every evening, and there's maybe a tablespoon of cocoa in it, and I had to take that out because there's caffeine in cocoa. Come on! So I basically had zero joy this entire week. And I'm not drinking because, well, I'll probably drink tonight because I can't imagine a hangover with
Tomorrow.
no caffeine.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So I was like, no, I'm not drinking this whole week. And then I realized that makes a less good video. So I will be drinking tonight to see if I can handle a hangover sans caffeine.
Be careful, because
Yeah,
I
thanks.
do think caffeine is one of the absolute hangover killers. I just tried a new Alka-Seltzer hangover, and it's just aspirin with a little bit of caffeine.
Ooh.
And then they just market it as hangover elixir.
If it works, did it work?
Absolutely.
Wow.
10 out of 10.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
Well, I think it'll be a good video. I think
Thanks.
it's going to be really tough. Caffeine scares. It's one of the scariest ones that I could think of because it's so like well received socially,
80% of the human population uses caffeine.
and it's a real drug.
It is a psychoactive stimulant. Yeah, but we're all okay with it.
You know.
Well, I know this because I'm reading Why We Sleep. I know you are too.
So horrifying.
I know. There's another thing that you just brought up that I'm like, oh, do I need to stop that too? Oh, no, I need to nap in the middle of the day.
LSD. All right.
No way, my spider web's gonna be Eutimus.
The nap.
Now I'm thinking I need a midday nap because apparently humans are set to biphasic sleep. 30 minutes around a siesta time. That's why siestas exist.
I'll buy it. I don't know if I buy that one as much as I buy the get your 8 hours no matter what theory.
Okay.
I think that, at least in my experience, if I get my 8, I don't need a nap. If
you didn't have caffeine, you might. Because
that's true.
When you haven't slept, this chemical builds up, adenosine. And you have a lot of it in your body, and that's how your brain knows that it's time to sleep, because it's connecting with these receptors.
Yeah. Eventually, when it's like a bucket filling up, and when the bucket overflows, you have to sleep. And so people can sort of fight it, and you can chemically fight it with caffeine or whatever substance or whatever.
Right. So caffeine acts just like adenosine, and so your brain's like, it fills those receptors, so your brain can't tell that your bucket's full.
And then your bucket is
super
full.
But you don't feel it because you have caffeine, and your bucket keeps filling.
Right.
So when the caffeine goes away, now you're drowning in adenosine and feel awful. And that's like the chemical definition of sleep debt. Mm-hmm. Which I think that's what I was getting over the first 4 days. Or maybe it was just caffeine withdrawal. I don't know. I will say that my sleep, according to my aura, has not gotten any better.
Really?
Yes. That's what I wanted to track in the video. You're like, it's going to be a good video. And I'm like, well, nothing happened. I mean, I certainly went on a roller coaster.
How late were you drinking caffeine? Like, what's the latest in the
3
day?
p.m. was my rule, but it was usually 10 a.m. and that's it. But like, if something spilled over to 3, I would still cut off.
Right.
So, yeah, right? It shouldn't affect me 3 p.m. I guess.
It should be fine.
I don't know. I thought maybe I was super sensitive or...
Weird.
Or that adenosine blocking, right? Like, I was having caffeine, so who knows if I'm actually tired and the caffeine was just hiding it. So I wanted to see.
Or I wonder if the caffeine messes up your
sleep
receptors.
And causes... Oh, yeah, that's another thing. That your body stops making endorphin... No, epinephrine. Mm-hmm. I think so.
I don't remember what it's called.
Whatever. It's like the fight or flight thing that makes you feel good. It stops making that if you have too much caffeine, because it's like, well, we gotta balance out, and then it starts making more adenosine.
You're really making me want a caffeine tox.
Yeah.
That book is horrifying.
And no, and I'm just on the alcohol part too. When they talk about REM sleep.
I don't know if I got there. The scary thing that I was reading the other day was the last hour of sleep is like sometimes the most important.
That's the one we miss. Yikes.
And so if it's like if you're supposed to get 8 hours and you only get 7, one would think that you're only 20%.
Yeah,
less.
And it's like light sleep.
But in reality, it can get as high as like 60% less quality or whatever. Really tough. Really tough. But it's a great read.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not through it yet.
Novel.
It might suck the second half, I'll let you know. Ugh. But that is a part of the reason why. Who told us about it? Multiple people. It's been multiple episodes that I feel like...
Pancakes told us about it.
Yeah.
But it was part of something else. I think Sleep Debt told us about it. I don't know.
Yeah. And some doctors that I follow on Instagram, I'm sure.
Yeah. So you're on day 6.
Yeah. I no longer need it.
How
I still want
you...
it because, Christine and I'll go on a walk and we'll get coffee. Now I don't
so
do
you're
anything.
Getting like...
I'm not doing decaf because there's a little bit of caffeine in it.
Yeah. So you're really cold turkey.
Soda water. I found water is harder to drink too.
Really?
Yeah. I would just like chug water throughout the day because I knew I needed to, and now I don't want to.
Weird.
It's odd. Also, I'm hungrier. That's another thing.
That's a bad one.
Because caffeine is really great for appetite suppressing. And apparently I was not... because I stopped doing this too because I stopped feeling so high from caffeine. I think I might have told you that. Then I was like, I need to resensitize myself. But I was still sensitized to the effects of making me not hungry. So
what do you mean?
So caffeine wouldn't like make me high anymore, but it still suppressed my appetite.
Right.
So it was still doing that. It's like I was imagining that if I'm used to caffeine, then it wouldn't suppress my appetite, because I've been using it so much that stopped working, or I need more caffeine to suppress my appetite. But no. Same level of caffeine, was continuing to make me not hungry throughout the day, and I'm suckier at fasting now.
You don't have your secret turbo.
Secret turbo.
Your secret sauce for
Oh, right, the
fasting. Now you can't
nitrous,
stop
the nitrous
talking.
button.
Like the opposite of nitrous.
Yeah. But,
So how long are you gonna do? How long are you gonna go for it?
well, I
Until you
started at the
die.
beginning of the video that it was 7 days. But I think I might continue it. I need to continue to really treat caffeine like a psychoactive substance. And so it might be twice a week kind of thing versus every day, which is crazy, right? I feel like you already think I was crazy for only having 100 milligrams and be nothing after 3.
Well, you're only 90 pounds.
Yeah.
The crazy thing though is I wonder about, like I was reading about alcohol and they were saying that like Saturday having a lot of drinks and then having nothing Sunday through Friday is better than
Yeah.
a drink or two or too many drinks Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, because you have all that time to detox.
Right.
Hey, that's
So
the
I'm
title of the
wondering-
movie.
Well, I'm wondering if caffeine is like that too.
Yeah. Like
Better
a low
or
grade.
worse? Because
then I could get good sleep throughout the week.
I'm terrible now with caffeine. If that is in fact the way to measure it, I don't have 15 caffeinated drinks on Saturday night.
Yeah.
I have one every morning, one every mid-morning, one every after lunch.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that having a whole lot at one time is any better. Of
No,
anything,
it's
I'm going
gonna
to
be
probably get the jitters the first time I have caffeine
Oh,
again.
you're gonna be bouncing. Just dry scoop pre-workout.
Well, I've been considering trying, because...
Espresso martinis?
Espresso martinis.
You
No,
lunatic.
it's impossible. There's never a time where you can have espresso martinis because 3 p.m. is too early to drink and too late to have caffeine.
2:59. 3:01.
3:01.
Hey, it's
It has to be
3:01
Sunday.
o'clock somewhere.
It has to be Sunday because you can drink that early. No, I'm on Brian's programming right now, and next week, on the day that I stop, I have to test my back squat. So, one
Smelling
RM,
salts.
which you said never do.
Never do that. Well, yeah, never do it.
He got me smelling salts, by the way. Will you come over?
Oh my god, I forgot I did.
Yeah.
I forgot
I
about
got a
that.
hand-signed package from Juji Mufu saying, "Thanks, Spagatha."
No way. That's so cute.
Because
Is
you
it really
addressed it to
hand signed? Or
Spagatha.
did he,
Yeah.
is it like printed hand
No, he wrote my name out because you called me Spagatha.
signed? Oh, that's so great. I had no idea that was going to happen. But I'm glad.
So anyway,
It's Spagatha.
Spagatha. Yes, it's French. Ah.
Spagatha.
That's really well done.
Spagatha would be like Greek or spagathalos.
Mhm. You gotta
Well-
come over and try it with me because I'm not doing it alone.
Have you ever done smelling
No.
salts?
No, they're sitting in my. Even when
Just
I open
do
the
'em.
package.
Don't be a wuss.
Obviously, I need to do it for a video. Okay, fine. When I pass out on camera and I've got an hour of footage of me laying there, it's just a time lapse.
And if that happens, please upload the entire video. Unedited. And then at 1:07 when you're like, what time is it? And they're like, it's actually 1995. You went back in time. You're like, what? Yeah, that would be amazing.
I've always wanted to do that, like a series of TikToks where you dress in old-timey clothes and run into a CVS and be like, "What? I need a newspaper."
Please, I have to stop the event. The fate of the world depends on it. Is it Valentine's Day? They're like, what?
Anyway.
Are you the Allie that saves the world by having sex with that?
What a fucking pickup line. Oh my god, I'm like, well, I guess I am.
And you're like, I have to go.
The best wingman on the
Oh my
planet.
God, that's so funny. No, it's you, because you're the time traveler.
Oh, right.
And then you come back and you're like, hey, what's up?
Oh, wow. Anyway, I think I'm going to test my 1RM after having caffeine for the first time in a week.
Caffeine's
Is
gonna
that
kill
stupid?
you. Do
I
a
did
shot
fail.
of whiskey.
I failed.
And do smelling salts. Bing, bang, boom.
Oh, all together.
Shot of espresso, shot of whiskey, smelling salt.
This is confusing
Slap,
for the video.
slap, pull. Kill it.
Have you seen those caffeine patches?
I've heard of them, but no, I've never worn them.
My friend was wearing one at VidCon. She's like, I just gotta stay awake. I'm like, yeah, but then you reduce the joy of drinking caffeine. What do you... What?
I gotta stay awake? I hate
That's
that.
not fun.
That's like Saved by the Bell
Truckers.
when what's her name was taking those caffeine
Yeah,
pills.
yeah.
Level of, I'm like, I'm good on
Very
that.
special
We need to-
episode.
We need to chill. Just you don't need to stay up. There's almost nothing you need to stay up for. Period.
Yeah.
You know West Hollywood? Speaking of which, sorry, this is an inside conversation. West Hollywood just extended their hours to 4 a.m. serving alcohol.
What? Oh
Big
no,
bang,
this
boom.
is bad news for me.
Terrible news.
Oh no.
If there's one thing I've learned from this podcast, probably the best thing I've
Oh,
learned is that you
no.
need to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep. There's nothing.
Who taught you never do last call, Max? Not that you listen.
Who taught me never to do last call? It's just some scrawny little some shrimp. I don't remember.
That's my I know I've said this in episodes that my number one hangover cure is don't do last call. Which I guess became day drinking by the time we talked to Jeff from Rise Science or anybody else. They're like, keep your drinking as far away from sleeping as possible. So last call was my closest bet. You know, okay.
So now breakfast beers. That's what we should have done.
Yeah.
It's not even day drinking. It's wake up early and drink.
Well, no, because you were up till 4 a.m., so now you just go get a breakfast beer
Ugh, God.
after leaving the club. Oh, I gotta stay away from West Hollywood. So that's another thing. You can be like, well, I'll just go home at 2, like I usually do anyway. And then 2 comes around and you have drank until 2, and you're like, they're still open?
That's the worst. I never forget I was in Chicago. And
Chicago,
I had
that
ordered Chicago is some of the bars are 4 and some of them are 2, and I think it's up to their discretion.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
So at 1:50 or 1:30, I got a round, and I said, "Oh, by the way, when's last call? We'll probably get another round." But right before, because I was with some friends, and he was like, "Dude, we're open till 4," and I was like, "Ah!" And in my mind, I was budgeting for 2. You know,
Oh, no,
that's
yeah.
how I was playing it. And I was like, "Yeah, let's do this." And then 2:10 rolls around, and I'm like, "All right, I made it. We're past 2. We gotta go." I was like toast, you know, because that was it. I had budgeted for 2, and I tried to over.
It's like a little kid trying to stay up to see the ball drop, and
Yep,
then
or
immediately
Santa
it's all
Claus
gone.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, that's funny.
yeah.
And now I gotta change 138. Because my friends and I would joke, you need a 138 is like the person when the lights come up and you're like, you'll do, and take them home. We can't joke about a 138 anymore. Now it's gotta be a 338.
Sounds better.
338. You find yourself a you'll do.
3:38, smelling great.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, so yeah, get some sleep.
I hate everything.
I wish you good luck on your caffeine talks. I feel like, and I hate to say it, you might want to keep going as long as you keep seeing incremental, like fun facts or whatever, fun things that you can put in a video. Like if you stopped on you said the first 3 days are basically the same.
Yeah.
You know, if you didn't have something fun to say after 3 days, I could see you being like, well, screw it, this isn't going to be a good video,
Yeah,
I'm done.
yeah.
But now that you have like landmark road stops or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I think on day 7 I do want to break the fast, but then I want to see how I feel, or the detox, excuse me, not a fast. Break the detox.
Everything's a fast for you. It really is.
I'm just basically A-train. Because I'm watching The Boys now, catching up to... How old is it?
It's not that old. It's a
Okay.
couple years old, but you're behind the 8 ball.
Anyway,
Who's your favorite boy, or who's your favorite?
The captain, obviously, the Homelander.
Homelander.
He's just
incredible.
so
He's
freaking
insane.
epically...
His
awesome.
eyes, they're like shark eyes. Have you noticed that?
The person that plays him,
Incredible.
he looks like an action figure in real life. It's so great.
Yeah, he's amazing.
His facial structure, the details in his emotions. Yeah.
He's incredible.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna break my detox on day 7 or day 8. Sorry, so full 7 days, and then day 8 test my 1RM, then see how I feel not having caffeine the next day. Maybe I can extend from there.
Unless you have this horrible crap. Like,
Right?
yeah.
Who knows what's gonna happen? Can't wait to show you. And then
Better just tune in.
maybe it'll be that only on Mondays when I'm squatting do I have caffeine.
Is Monday your squat day?
Yeah. That's Borstein. I know. That's Monday's chest day. He just goes against the grain. Just doing weird lat pull downs like nobody else.
Butt out, lat pull down.
Is there something you want to detox on and haven't yet?
Food.
Just food. I just read something really great about 5 to 7 day fast. That's
Really?
it for autophagy and like cancer staving offness, whatever you would call that, cancer protection.
Canti.
Yeah, but like the idea of not having eaten this whole time where I'm just not having caffeine, that'd be insane.
That would
7
be
days?
insane. You're drinking water, right?
Yeah. Soda water too. To
And
try and,
I do feel like it's one of those things where day 1 and 2 will be horrible. You'll have a little bit of respite. Day 3, 4, and then 5 it'll be bad again.
really,
But I
you don't. Yeah, I don't
who
know.
did that? Leanne was talking
Leanne,
about it?
she does.
She does like
3,
48-day
5,
fast or
yeah.
some silly stuff like
48
that.
day fast.
And she's like, yeah, we're on hour 96, and I'm really feeling good. You know, I'm just like hitting the, and I'm like, you're not feeling good. You're just not feeling anything. You're numb. You're
Yeah.
barely there. You're a ghost.
You're
You've
a
turned yourself
ghost.
into a ghost.
The HVMN guy too. He's like,
Yeah.
there's not like super energy. It's just focused and
Flat,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe food.
I also look forward to dinner every night. Like what would I do in the evenings? I just keep working.
Treadmill? I don't know.
And
some
meetings?
lame.
I already have trouble with meetings because people want to meet for lunch, and I'm like, nope. But we can do coffee. Oh no, we can't. That's been tough.
Yerba mate.
There's-
Wait, no, it's caffeine. Oh, no.
Ah.
We should do a dog walk meeting.
Yeah.
Dog meeting.
Dog meeting walk. Sure, I'd be down for that. Walking meetings, that's the thing, right?
Why not?
Silicon Valley.
It's 2020.
But we're on Zoom, so I'm just walking like this on my phone, on my laptop.
And you're on a green screen, so you're pretending to walk on your treadmill, and you have a
Yeah.
thing moving back. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I want to build a contraption where I can take my laptop and walk around and be on Zoom out in the world. That'd be great.
There's a guy on TikTok who does that. He has a green screen attached to his back, and he like jumps out of airplanes and stuff like that.
What the heck?
It's incredible.
He jumps out of airplanes, but with a green screen?
So he has like a harness, and the harness has PVC piping and a laptop there,
Okay.
and he like velcros his laptop down. And then behind him, he has more PVC piping and a pop-up green screen.
Yeah.
So before, he would like walk on the beach, or like go to a baseball game or whatever.
Yeah.
And it got crazier and crazier.
Yeah,
And
because with Tavis McKinnon, you got to keep topping yourself
eventually he jumped out he went skydiving
with it.
with the thing going. And so it is just funny because it is like a library background.
Was there
or
a
whatever.
guy attached to him?
I don't remember.
Because if he had to get certified to do it by himself,
That would be
he did a bunch of jumps just to get to the point where he can go alone and then do that gag.
But he's also got his helmet, and it's like his hair is like fluttering, and it looks insane.
He shows the video of him
Yeah,
doing
it looks
too.
so good. I
Oh
forget
my
what his name
God,
is, but
that's
yeah, just
so
look
funny.
up on
That's his
TikTok.
thing.
He's topping. He's topping himself.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Anything you want to, I mean, I feel like you've done all these detoxes as videos, right?
Oh, right? Yeah, I guess that it would be
You
the
did
phone thing.
red meat. You did booze, sleep, caffeine.
I've never said like, oh, I'm not gonna have booze. I never did it for a video, but I've definitely just not drank for a very long time, especially during COVID, which is so weird because everybody started drinking more, and I was like, I'm a social drinker.
I know. I thought it was a myth.
Turns out,
It's me.
I really would not drink if I was stuck at home by myself.
I don't know. Any suggestions? Welcome.
No,
welcome.
no, I don't have to do it.
You'll have to do it.
Uh.
I'll have to laugh and yeah, right. Good one.
Yes, let us know suggestions, other things that we should cut out. Whew. Just to optimize for 7 days and then whatever.
Yeah, and whatever. I beard detox. I had a beard for a long time. Beard toxed.
Are you growing it back in?
No.
No.
But I just like, I'm not in the practice of shaving. So I'm like, oh yeah, where's my clippers?
Oh, so it's not that you wanted that level of scruff, it's that you just forgot.
Yeah.
No.
And I do,
That's like my legs.
Hey yo. I don't razor shave ever. I only clippers because I heard it's really bad. It's bad for your face skin.
You detoxed on razor shaves.
Razor shaves. There you go. Oh, and I was gonna say I see myself in my mind's eye. This is how I see myself now. Whereas for a while in my mind's eye, I had a beard.
You like scare yourself in a mirror like your dog. Ah, who's
that guy? He's hot. Wait a minute. But so anyway, now when I see myself, I feel like I look normal. Whereas the first week or whatever, I was like, "Whoa, no beard," and it was like right in front of mind, sort of.
Yeah.
But now it's just totally gone. I completely forgot about it.
All right. Well, another great one in the bag. Love it. Let us know how you feel about it by rating and reviewing on Apple Podcasts, and we will rate and review your reviews.
I tell you, medically, the only thing they say you shouldn't detox on because it would be bad for your health is listening to this podcast and reviewing it on Apple Podcasts.
Giving us 5 stars.
Medically, that would be very dangerous. We would not.
Do not even
we cannot
try and taper
that.
Just
no taper.
Stick with it.
You give it like a 4 and a 3 and a 2.